Okay, everybody, welcome back again to Campfire Spookhouse. Today we're recording episode 27. I'm Scary Terry. This guy is
Rock horror.
And today we are recording review for Stir of Echoes from 1999 from writer and director David Koepp, producers Judy Hoffland and Gavin Polone, starring Kevin Bacon as Tom Witzky, Catherine Erb as Maggie Witzky, Zachary David Koepp as Jake Witzky, that was the kid.
Yeah.
Elena Douglas as Lisa, Jennifer Morrison as Samantha Kozak, Lisa Ware as Debbie Kozak, and Kevin Dunn as Frank McCarthy. And its description is telephone worker Tom Witzky begins experiencing a series of frightening visions after being hypnotized by his sister-in-law, Lisa. Its budget was $12 million, and its box office return was $23.1 million.
Okay.
So, Stir of Echoes, 1999.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think of Stir of Echoes then?
Stir of Echoes, I liked a lot. Upon the second watch, where I kind of filled in the blanks.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things I liked about it was that it was also it was a mystery that was like a crime mystery.
Yep.
And as the crime was being revealed, it was being revealed as this kind of supernatural thing was also being revealed.
Yes.
Which made it I was so much more invested.
Yeah.
In this movie because of that.
Yeah, it felt like it was like an investigative horror kind of movie, because here's Kevin Bacon who's hypnotized Tom Witzky, and he keeps having these visions, but he's so obsessed about his growing paranoia in regards to these visions that he's going to take upon himself to actually discover like what is the meaning of all of this, what's happening behind it all, as opposed to trying to be hypnotized again, which he did do. He made a second attempt with Lisa, asking her to hypnotize him again. That didn't work. In fact, well, in a way it kind of worked, because this way he got some answers when they told him to dig.
Yes.
To this next vision, this next hypnosis he went under. But it wasn't something that anybody was going to be able to get rid of on like themselves. He had to do it himself.
Absolutely.
Hence investigating. I think it was a good movie. Another strong vehicle for Kevin Bacon. I think he's always playing. Every time he's paranoid about something, or he's showing bouts of aggression or anger, he's always so great about doing it. His performance is always knocking it out of the park. Especially, you would notice it when he's digging in the backyard, and his wife keeps asking him all these questions. And then
it's one of those things. He is a pretty gifted physical actor.
He is, yes.
And based on some of the things that he's played.
Yeah.
You watch some of the movies, like Tremors.
Yep.
Or Footloose. Like they're different types of movies, but the physicality, he always does physicality really well, among other things.
He does.
Yeah.
Like that, especially the ending of the film. Here is a neighborhood. There's select families who know about the big secret. They know about the disappearance of Samantha, and they're trying to protect their own.
Frank was never the guy who you thought was gonna be the most evil of the guys, but he was a good person to point a finger at.
Yes.
So it's kind of like you needed some more convincing to believe it was going to be him.
Yeah.
But he is questionable enough that he deserved to be questioned.
Yes.
And then, so I thought that was great. And then the one cop, and that's why I said it was this reminded me of The Shining, because it was this, older bald black guy. And the little kid having this connection,
this ability, and him having the connection to be able to pinpoint it.
Exactly. So originally I thought that character was going to play a bigger role, but then that character ended up being more like that character ended up being a person whose role was to more so for exposition.
Yes. Yes.
But that also worked.
Yeah.
It didn't seem to be. It wasn't like a waste of a character. The amount that he was in the movie, it worked.
Right.
so this is one of the things where I think this movie worked really well because it just had the right amount of everything. I think it was just a really well balanced film.
Yeah, any subtleties in the film, like they weren't, focused on entirely too much or driven out too much. I really the intensity at the end too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that gunshot that Frank had let out when he was in the ground
Yes.
after Tom had shown him the body behind the wall.
Mm-hmm.
It subtly implied you would think that he just killed himself because of what he knows, the guilt and the shame of that. And then for him to kind of come back up to save him from the other two was really intense.
Well, that's it, right? When he was having one of his visions, the supernatural visions, Frank told him that they were going to kill him.
Yes.
So that's why I wasn't surprised when Frank came back, because some foreshadowing that he was gonna warn him, right?
Yeah. Well, I thought like when he said like in the vision that they're gonna kill you.
Yeah.
To me it was saying, I know everything that happened, and you're putting me like you're investigating. It's placing me in an awkward position, a predicament.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna have to be the one to kind of lay you out. Like I'm gonna have to be the one to kill you.
So I didn't read it that way.
Yeah.
And I think one of the reasons why is because he seemed to genuinely
care.
He seemed to genuinely care about what's Kevin Bacon's character?
Tom.
Yeah, he really
Tom's family.
Yes, he seemed to really care about them. He seemed to be a type of person that maybe, yes, he would do some questionable things, but he doesn't strike me as the one that would do that. The only way is if it was revealed, and that's why I was waiting to see when they had the kind of the flashback.
Yep.
When he touched Samantha's
hand, like the corpse's
hand, and you saw what happened.
Yeah.
If Frank was revealed in that, then of course, if he can do that, then he can also put a bullet in you.
Yes.
But it was more the protective instinct. He's trying to protect his son.
Yes.
Because they figured, well, she's already dead and their kids, they made a mistake, that sort of thing. Whereas the other guy, the other dad, he seemed way too cold.
Yeah.
So I wasn't surprised that he came back with his son too, because his son was the original one who was doing the
big antagonist. Yeah.
Yes. Because Frank's son is the one that shot himself.
Yes.
So obviously he felt guilt. The other guy didn't shoot himself.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I was really impressed as well with the performance of Tom's wife, Catherine Erb. I thought she did a really good job in the movie. She was really great at trying to keep this family together and managing the sort of insanity that Tom was going through. Yeah. And she really wanted to help him, and hence going to that cop to to try to get information from him because she thought that he could be really helpful. I think like she was sort of the glue,
absolutely,
keeping everything together. And you can see like how Tom desperately needed her despite going through everything that he was going through.
Some of these characters, like what I noticed a lot in these movies, a lot of the lead female characters, not necessarily the main lead, but the spouses of and whatnot, they really hold things together. That's like a running theme. They are this support system that really does hold things together. They're the ones that do all of the things necessary so that their husbands, partners are able to get to the other side. Imagine if she didn't have the personality that she did, where she was making certain that she was going to come by to pick him up. Yeah. Now, I was confused why he called in the first place, knowing that he dug up the whole house. Or
why he was lying about the fact that she asked him, he's still digging, and he's like, no. But you clearly are.
I think he did that because he himself wanted some kind of actual real connection.
Yeah.
Just based on all of the things that he had been experiencing.
Yeah.
He wanted some sort of connection with his wife, so he called her.
Yeah.
But of course, he wants to kind of quell any concerns that she might have.
Yes.
So that's why he tells his lies regarding the digging.
Yeah.
But that just leads to her being herself, which is she goes above and beyond for her man, for her family. And that little boy, my goodness.
Yeah, he was great.
I really, as I said, I'm impressed with so many of these child actors.
Yeah, he wasn't annoying like the kid I found in the Shining movie either. Like, kind of like,
yeah,
being too over dramatic about everything.
No,
like, or not being believable enough. I think he was great.
As I mentioned, he seemed like a real little kid, like a little kid that you would know, like your friend's son.
Yeah.
He just seemed like a little boy that you would know that exists.
He also was very grown up and mature for his age too. Mm-hmm. Especially like when he sort of confronted Tom, his dad, on the couch and was like, I don't want to talk about this anymore. It's making mom angry.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, damn, that's a really, the kid's looking out for his mom. Mature.
And well, I would imagine if he's having conversation with adults, whether or not they're dead all this time, that probably helps.
Yeah.
Because while other kids are coloring and drawing, he's coloring and drawing, but having conversations with adult dead people. So
True. I think another great performance worth mentioning, though, is Elena Douglas as Lisa, the one who hypnotized him. Mm-hmm. I think, the sister-in-law, she was really good in it, too. I like her in anything. And, she's sort of, she is the cause of the paranoia and insanity, but she's also, without her having done what she did,
yes,
Samantha never would have received any justice for her
Samantha
murder.
Would have received no justice, and we would not have a movie.
Even Samantha, like the Jennifer Morrison, who played Samantha, I thought she did a really good job in the movie too. Mind you, she was a ghost, but when flashback scenes of her, she was really good too. And I remember it throwing me off a little bit when those two teenagers brought her in the house, mm-hmm. and they're like, we want to be your friends, and she's like, you want to be my friend, really? And then for her to just flat out ask, well, you can kiss me if you want. And I thought that was really weird, but then I guess it makes sense for her because she seemed like she was lonely and she didn't really have friends, they didn't have a connection. So, and she's a teenager, so
it is one of those things, and it's not only so. It is probably most prevalent with young women.
Yeah,
young women, young girls, where they kind of give in to those sorts of pressures because they believe that it will give them a level of social capital, because what they're actually looking for is connection, right?
Yeah.
And it's one of those things, like when they made all these movies in the 90s, the kind of stereotypical girl who's clearly this beautiful woman, but because she has a ponytail and she's wearing glasses, no one wants to be with that person.
Yeah,
that sort of thing, right?
Kind of awkward and shy and a little nerdy too, but
yeah, but it was. That's not a character flaw.
It's not at all.
But the point is, that was a kind of archetype in movies, but it also played out in real life to an extent.
Yeah.
And so people would be looking for love in all the wrong places, sort of thing.
Yep.
And then you have these two sociopaths, who just want to take advantage of the girl, both with the combined IQ of a raisin.
Right.
Yeah.
But at the same time, just even giving her that little bit of attention, to her, that probably meant a lot. She's like, someone notices me, someone's talking to me.
And it's one of those things where it was like she was there for the attention until it was clear, there was a clear distinction that this was not so much about attention. They were not valuing her being there. They were literally just using her body as a vessel to do whatever it is that they wanted to do.
I think overall, it's a really good movie. And I think performances, as we just said, were really strong. I think the writing was good. The script was good. I think music was good. The editing was good. Camera work was good. Overall, I just think it was a very good film. And if it was David Koepp's first movie that he made too, it was a very impressive debut. I think there's just a rating that sticks around in my head. I think out of 5 jump scares, I would rate the movie 4, same as what I gave Talk to Me.
So I think this is better than Talk to Me.
Right.
It hit too many beats too well to give the same rating as Talk to Me.
I see.
For me, but it's also not as high as it's not Frailty.
Yeah.
And once again, Frailty had that twist of a twist.
Yeah, it did.
It had that kind of that thing that made it separated it in this sort of way.
Yes.
Whereas this movie was just a really good in this vein of movie. So for me, 4.25 jump scares.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's 4 jump scares for Stir of Echoes from me, and that's 4.25 jump scares out of 5 for Rock Horror. Let us know what you guys thought of Stir of Echoes. Still a really good movie, and we were impressed with it, but we want to hear what you guys have to say about the film. And don't forget to tune in for our next episode, which will be episode 28. It will be Rob Reiner's Misery, another Stephen King adaptation starring James Caan and Kathy Bates. Yeah. So that film is definitely going to be one to talk about, considering Kathy's performance. And if you're a fan of the film as well, then you're definitely going to want to be there to hear what we have to say about it.
Yeah.
So until then, I'm Scary Terry. This guy.
I'm Rock
Horror, and we are Campfire Spookhouse, where we scare ourselves awake. We will see you guys next time.